Hello.
The game is Diablo IV Open Beta Weekend. Playing a Druid. Some done work. Figured I'd do a dungeon run with some commentary while I talk about the Druid. I did this once, but I had to redo it because I don't know if I reset my dungeons. My volume. I'm not editing this. I'm just kind of putting it out there. So one take, and it's hard to get the game volume with your mic volume correct. So first time I did it, the game was too loud. So we'll see what this one does. I did some testing. It should work well. Apologize if there's some spots where the game volume overshadows or overpowers what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm just kind of doing dungeon runs right now. Let me go over my build of the Druid before I talk crap about it now. So I don't really have anything special. I have this that does tornadoes, which by the way, just doesn't really, tornadoes don't really seek anything aggressively, or at least not as aggressively as I would have thought. So I didn't like that. I have this on. It helps I use earth skills, so it slows things. That's nice. But this is what makes my build OP. I have it in other videos. I've mentioned it in other videos. I have a video that shows how to make this if you want to see it. It'll probably be nerfed soon, but basically what I did is I took I farmed a level 35 high-end mace with a 464 item power, and then I imprinted it with an imprint that had 0 level requirement and brought it down to 0 so my druid could use this weekend, ready to go. First thing, as soon as I got to the city, got to the bank, it was good to go on my druid, and makes him really OP. So when I say OP druid, that's just because I have that. But druid feels pretty powerful and strong to me. Really what the druid feels like to me is a barbarian that can use magic and has companions. So let me show my build, what I'm working with. Since I have OP mace, I just destroy everything with my basic skill, right? So I just pump that, right? And then it goes into stuns, and if I hit it when they're stunned, then it'll do double damage. And then I just did some filler with landslides, just so that's a spender. Dumped some points into that, flushed it out, and then stunning, yeah, terror thing that gives me crit. And then I have an item, a level 0 or level 1 item that I use for all my characters that it put it on, it gives you 1 in each of your defenses. So like at level 1 I grab this ring and I have all my defenses for that character. Oh, anything that says defense, I get 1 in. So I have all my defensive abilities. It's such an OP, it's just a yellow item. But like I realized when I was playing on my Sork, I was like, wow, that's a really OP alt ring. So I kept that, so I slipped that on and I keep that on. I don't even gotta spend points on that stuff if I don't want to. And then I have a video where I tried all these out if you want to look at it. There's no commentary, but I was just trying them out. I like the wolves because they act as blockers like necro pets. So when you're fighting, well, let me clear the dungeon. Well, it's hard to clear the dungeon while I'm looking at this. When you're fighting, they'll take aggro, and they're very good tanks. So I'm not real concerned about the damage they do. Their active ability doesn't seem that great to me. The bird's active ability seems awesome, but the bird just swoops down every, like, you know, what is it, 5 seconds? Every 5 seconds, a bird would be like, rah, poof, and just hit them for one, you know, whatever little bit of damage. Vine Creeper seems absolutely worthless to me. Like, I got it equipped right now, and you'll see a little vine pop around, but it doesn't really hit anything. It's supposed to give them a 137 damage over time to an enemy, but you would think it would target an enemy. It's like, it seems like it just randomly spawns around, and if an enemy happens to be standing there, then maybe it'll take some damage. So I don't like the Vine Creeper, at least without any items helping it. But I do like the passive, I mean the active, where it immobilizes for 2 seconds. It is a good get out of jail card kind of. It has a huge AoE, so it's a good get out of jail card, get out of jail free card, Monopoly. But look at the AoE on it. Boom. So it's huge. So anything comes to messing with you, you can hit that, go away. But I think I'm going to take it off just because I don't use it. I don't know. Should I put a defensive? I don't really need any of my defensive skills. I have that one and that one, which I think are the 2 best defensive skills. The other one just heals you. I'll just leave it on for the passive. I don't like these defensive skills. I'm not so big on the way they are, just without items helping them or anything. This one is good. Barrier absorbs 45% base damage. Is nice to have that barrier for when you're about to get hit by a boss. Cyclone armor I do not like. It's only 20%. It does a little bit of damage, but it stops you when you go to cast it. It like pauses you. So when you're fighting a boss, you're going to stop and he's going to catch up to you and hit you. So I don't like that. This one, you can hit it and it doesn't interrupt your movement. This one heals you. It's 20% of your life. I'd rather just use a pot. So that one's not a big deal to me. I'm sure it gets better with other stuff in here. I haven't even looked at it. Debilitating Roar is nice because it's damage reduction. So they're the two I use. Protective, damage reduction, good enough for defenses for me. And then I'm working towards... What are these called? Ultimates? Storm, Wrath. What are these called? My Wrath abilities? Wraith abilities? These are the ultimates. So I'm working towards this. One more point. So 2 more levels I'll be able to grab these and try these out. Anyway, let's clear the board. Kind of wish I was talking through that as I was clearing this, because now I have nothing to talk about. But it's kind of hard to look at a skill thing. Let me make sure I get my consumable. I'm almost running out. I made 10 of them. I kept going AFK. I'd drink it and then go AFK for 20 minutes. I'd lose like most of it. As you can see, I'm pretty OP just with my regular skills. For tougher mobs like that, I'll use my spender. Just for regular mobs, I'm 2-shotting them. I was 1-shotting them. As you level up, you're actually getting weaker. When you level, you get weaker. It's weird. Like, you gain access to skills, which makes you stronger. But until you get those skills, you're weaker every time you level up. Somebody said that. I forget what YouTuber pointed that out, but yeah, it's 100% true. So every level, because I got this OP level 35 mace, every level I get a little weaker as I get close to level 20, 25. You can see I'm just like not even worried about anything hitting me. Whatever, I don't care. I know a little potion's gonna drop. Use my spender on him.
I'm going to try to escape.
I'm not even using my defensives. Here, I use one. Pretty cool looking, huh? As far as the shapeshift abilities, you know, it looks cool. It's automatic though. Like it's not like World of Warcraft or something where you gotta shapeshift into the thing and then you have a new set of powers or it modifies your powers. What the? Oh, I like this one. This is the one where you turn into the little sparky thing and you warp around and kill everything. Okay, I can't pick it up. So in this dungeon, you have to kill every mob. And one thing I don't like about dungeons, the dungeon design, is there's a lot of backtrack. I really hope you're hearing me fine over the combat, and I don't have to do this again. I probably won't. But one thing I don't like about the dungeons is there's a lot of backtracking. I wish they made a bunch more loops or something where you weren't like... Sometimes you just end up backtracking half the dungeon. Especially if you mess up and go one way and then, whoops, nope. Looks like I should have went the other way and back again. I like a more open, or, you know, if it's going to be like this, at least let me move around or something. I like more open maps. Doesn't seem to be a lot of them. Unless you're in an open world, which even then it's still kind of, I don't know, to me I call it Asian design when the maps are very thin like this all the time and there's no big open where you can run anywhere in it, you know? Like Lost Ark. Is that Lost Archage? Lost Ark. You know, that kind of thing. More of a Korean, I guess even Japanese, just Asian game design, how they like to do their maps. Versus the old school Western design where you make a box and you fill the box with things. You know, we think in the West, I think the devs thought of like a D&D table, like a square table with your friends around it playing. But this, I don't know much about game design. I think this comes from consoles more than anything, because this is a way to reduce your resources. You don't need all this stuff out here to make the map feel big. You don't need to have all this space. It saves you all that. So you just do little corridors, and then like you don't have to draw as much, you know, and all that stuff. So it's like for I think that's where it came from, like that game design philosophy. I could be wrong about that. Let me know in the comments if you know anything about that. But that's what it feels like to me, where that design originated from. That thought process was to save resources, because you're working on a console with limited RAM, limited processors, you know, limited resources. And hell, maybe even from like the cartridge days, where you had to be really efficient, versus like a PC where you can just bloat it up as much as you want. Alright, so this map wasn't that bad so far. Wasn't any backtracking. There was a little loop here, and I went the right way, so had I went this way, I'd have to backtrack and do the loop, but not too bad so far. Yeah, pretty boring, right? He's just so OP. Blow some buttons just to push them. I'm really dying to play the Necromancer, but I want to get some other abilities. I want to get to my ultimate. What level is that? Is that like 20? So 4 more levels, and then I can jump on the Necromancer. I'll probably be done today. It's already Friday. Because I know what I'm doing, and I don't have to do any of that other stuff that takes time. Because I played last weekend, and because I had that OP mace, I was able to blow through just a little bit I was able to play today already, so going very fast for me today. I'll probably be able to get a Necro to 20 today too, if you know the Cube monster doesn't eat me. I do need to eat at some point. Speaking of eating, video games, you know, they can make you fat or they can make you skinny. Depends on how you play them. Banshee, a fiery Banshee. Push all my buttons, push all my buttons. I love brain dead builds, by the way. I do. I think people are like, you just take any skill. I don't want something that takes a lot of skill. That's not how I play these games. If I played skill, I'd be playing Counter-Strike. Oh, I never leveled up. What do I want to put that in? I got my wolf. My wolf is all the way done. I'm not going to put anything in that. I guess I'll just bump that spender up a little further. And the next level I have, what are they called again? What is that? Trample, shapeshift, become unstoppable, and so that's a charge, which I usually don't like. Form a hurricane around you that deals, that's nice. AoEs, I like them. Unearth a large rolling boulder. Why? You would think that would hit harder than an AoE. So that's probably going to be my least favorite. Shapeshift into a werewolf and perform an infectious bite. Dealing a dot. So what is that? This one, oh, that's 380 over 8 seconds, but it's a 20-second cooldown. 12 seconds, so that's 300 over 12. 380 over. So this is probably actually the more single target damage doing. That's only 10 seconds, that's why. So that's actually like 250. 260, whatever. And that's 14 seconds. What's all this stuff? Your storm skills. Ooh, is this earth skills? Earth skills deal 5% increased damage to slow stun. That's. I like the earth stuff. I really do, honestly. I'm not liking the boulder here, but I like these two skills. They're my favorite. Because it's just pointing your mouse wherever you want to destroy. And then also they stun. And then they're built around stunning and immobilizing and doing more damage when you stun and immobilize and fortify. So they make you stronger, they make them weaker. So I'm really liking the earth. Slow, I don't really care about things going slow unless I have a piece of armor or a ring or something that, you know, you do 100% more damage to something that's slow. Can't wait to see what the, you know, the end game metas are. You know, is the game going to be fun? I just want a game. Here's what I want out of Diablo. And maybe if I say this and anybody's listening, you'll understand why I like the real money auction house. I like Diablo. I like the, you know, whatever it's called, third-person view, isometric, top-down, whatever it's called, whatever the style of game is, I like. But I need to have something a reason to play, a motivation to play. And climbing a ladder, grinding endlessly, climb a ladder that resets is not something that motivates me at all. I want some permanence. I want a reason. And now I'm going to get all choked up and I need to drink water. Excuse me. So it's hard in a game like this to have a reason like that unless it has MMO elements. That's why I like MMOs. I want progression. I want a reason to continue to log in every day and play, make a little bit of progress, do some grinding, and eventually you're stronger, 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 or richer, 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 in the case of like EVE or other MMOs. That's what I need that. If a game doesn't have that, I don't have a reason to log in, you know? There's never been a social circle that has kept me appealed. Nothing has kept me interested in MMOs. It's great to have all that other stuff with it too, but the thing that keeps me is that progression. So keep that in mind. Well, how does a real money auction house give you that progression? Well, like if I can log in and grind better items for myself, that helps me be more efficient at grinding items to level. I'll now have a goal. Like I want to get really good stuff for me and sell the stuff I don't need. And then even if I had all the best stuff in the game, I'm still motivated to jump in and find rares because I can sell them and increase my wealth. And if you have an in-game economy, pushing the wrong buttons, if you have an in-game economy, that's fine. I don't need real money. Like an in-game economy, like, hey, you know, I'm a multi-trillionaire in the in-game economy. As long as it's a decent economy and has, like, a reason, you know, not just you're gathering money, gather money, you can do stuff with the money. That's good enough for me. Like, EverQuest was like that. That's good enough. Work on my gear, do raids. That way I'm a better raider, but also, more importantly to me, a better farmer. I can go out and I can take my character and I can farm stuff. I can farm harder camps that earn more money, that earn more loot. I can kill mobs quicker. That kind of stuff. So it doesn't matter to me if it's an in-game system like that or an external system like that, like real money. So that's why I liked the real money auction house, because it would give me a reason to play. Like if Diablo 3 had that, I'd be a huge Diablo 3 player instead of just every season log in for 2 or 3 days, get the reward, and then drop it. You know what I mean? So that's why I like the real money auction house. I think it was a genius idea. Also, another reason I like it supports the game. It gives the devs, it gives them a reason. Like, everybody's like, I hate pay to win. I hate pay to win. Well, like, you can farm the stuff and you can get paid to play. Like, revert. It's like a Uno card. Uno reversal. Game is no longer pay to win. Game pays you to win. Like, come on. It's a Uno reversal. The only people who wouldn't like that are addicts that can't help but spend money to get things quicker. You know what I mean? They can't take the time to earn it themselves. They won't like it because now that money's going to their competition. You know what I mean? But I think it's great. I think it was well ahead of its time. I think it was horribly received because it was well ahead of its time. Also because Diablo 3 was poorly balanced as far as difficulty, so it made it so like the only way to get stuff was to buy it, and that was That's not the way to be either. Alright, this is what I want to show you. This probably should be the video right here. Just let me show you. Here's a video of me owning the boss. So watch my wolves. Let's see if my wolves tank for me. I'm gonna get rid of these vengeful spirits. And I'll just sit back here and la-di-da and smash on him. See, this is why I love the wolf companion. He's not even bothering me. I need to sit back here and just smash on him, blow my resources, take care of these little dummies that mess with me. I mean, if I even tried, I could probably get through this boss without using a single potion. Oh, my wolf's on him. I'm using my defensive just because. Forgot about my spenders. See how the creeper vine is doing absolutely nothing? I didn't even look at what my experience was in the beginning of the video. I have to rewind. That's it. Dungeon cleared. Let's see what I got. I didn't get much. I got some yellows. You get a lot of yellows at this level. I don't think a lot of legendaries start dropping until higher levels. That's 9 thorns. What's Bloodhowl? Bloodhowl, is that the wolf thing? What the heck is Bloodhowl? Gave me a rank of Bloodhowl. I don't see Bloodhowl anywhere. It's... What the heck is Bloodhowl? Was it this one? 1 rank of Bloodhowl. Druid only. Is Dex my cyclone armor? I don't like that anyway. What the heck is Bloodhowl? Keyword search doesn't have keywords for the individual names. I don't know what Bloodhowl is. Nothing in there. Nothing in here. Is it like one of these little side abilities? It's not any. Oh, there it is. Defensive. That's the heal, which I don't like. 23% heal. They need to up that a little bit. Unless some of the other things, I'm not gonna look at it. Anyway. Oh, other thing is I noticed, do Druid get 2 evades, or is that something I got?
I must
I don't have 2 evades any. Oh, I must have had an item that gave me an extra evade, and it's gone now. Anyway, back to items. What do I got here? Any of these blues okay? Anything cool on the rings? I always check the rings just to see if there's anything cool on them. 14% basic skill damage is nice, because that's all I'm doing is basic skills. I'm gonna miss that 2 life on hit though. That's a nice heal, but I'd rather have a 14% damage increase. What is that? I'm gonna keep that though for my alts, because that's not Druid only. It's only level 5, and it's for the stats. Well, I'll keep that for my Alright, so that's the video. Hopefully the audio is good and I'll be able to upload this. I know it's a little bit of a boring video, and I went on a long discussion about something that's controversial and a lot of people hate, but that's my take on it. And the Druid seems very good to me. It seems very balanced. I think people who like that shape-shift mechanic really like the Druid. If you want to be like a barbarian melee, the Druid's good. If you want to be like a defensive caster with companions, very good. I think people who might have been disappointed with the barbarian in the first one might like the Druid maybe. But I'm going to try go ahead and level him up. I might do one more Druid video, but then I'm going to try jump onto the Necro at some point today. Alright, like, subscribe if you want to. I am getting close to 3,000 subscribers. My little old channel, little old me, almost 3,000. So yeah, if you want to help me with that, jump on and hit the sub. Even if you don't watch my videos, I don't care. Just give me 3,000. but I do try to bring helpful content as best as I can. I know there's a lot of content creators, it's their full-time job, it's a business, they have employees, and I'm just a dude who works and has a family and has limited time and just tries to bring something to the table whenever I can. So I hope you do appreciate it, and I'll see everybody in the next video.